What's up, guys? I've been trying out these little YouTube videos of me drifting from competitions and stuff, and I always thought I should make some sort of vlog about my adventures, and along the way hopefully getting better at driving. Hopefully. But anyways, last time when I went to Driftport, I encountered a bit of problem. During some specific corners, my engine just dies. And of course, after a quick clutch kick it picks back up. But yes, the fuel pump is not quite happy, boy. Of course I could fill up, because above 35 liters this problem doesn't occur. But if you fill up above 45 liters, then the gasoline pours out through the filler neck, which is also not quite ideal. Effectively, you could drive around in these 10 liters, but you could also spend a lot of time on making a swirl pot. So, if we take a look at an oversimplified E46 fuel system, you could see that during a right corner, the send unit would dry out of fuel, because it would be forced to go to the right side of the tank. And when that happens, the engine starves of fuel. So to counter this problem, we just add a swirl pot and another fuel pump. So now when the original pump runs out of fuel, there's still 1 liter of fuel left in the swirl pot for the other pump to pick up. So what we got here today is an old fire extinguisher that we are going to turn into a surge tank. So first of all, what we're going to do is take out this white powder, which is definitely just a white powder. And after a quick clean, we just drill some holes, prepare the holes for welding, check the fitment for the fuel connections, and weld them in. Yep, I'm welding with the flux core, and it's a bit messy, but it will definitely hold, no problem. So yeah, to check if it's airtight, just add some water, and I'll connected some fuel hoses to a compressor and just gonna pump some air in there and check if it's airtight.
Bruh.
Just went over for the second time and it seemed to fix the problem. Use the higher voltage setting as well to fuse the material together and get it airtight. And in a little test you could see that it's airtight and there's no leaks anymore. And that means that it's all good now. And we can throw this bad boy in the car. Figured out that spare tire well would be a good place for it to sit. I welded up some brackets, and so it's really sturdy and doesn't go anywhere. So painted it black, and after plumbing everything, the car's running, so that's good. And mounted the pump over here as well. Here you can see the splice for the send unit, and here you can see the splice for the return. Now the fuel lines are ran below the car, and later I could just add a wall that separates driver from the fuel system, as the series rules mandates. So went back to the Driftport to do some test runs. after the off season, but after doing a couple of runs it started to smell like gasoline, so I went under the car to check it, and yeah, one of the fuel lines had ruptured. In great heavens above, found that this fuel line was ruptured under the car, and when putting it on the trailer it ruptured again in the second spot, so it's toasted. The fuel line that was ruptured was from a different batch. When I was plumbing them I had run out of line, so to finish it up I just took this one, and it's just not up to task. So I will just have to order a proper line for this small section. So now all the fuel lines are 12 bar rated, and also I rerouted that right side fuel line through the left side, because on the right side it was going by the subframe, which is not too good, and secured all the fuel lines so it's all tidy and they're not flopping around. And so test number 2 went on quite well. No fuel lines bursted or anything like that, so I can properly test the car. Even drove off all the fuel and went for a run with almost an empty tank, and you could just floor it and it wouldn't bog down, it just didn't care. So yeah, this swirl pot setup just works really good. And that's it for this video. Goodbye.